Hi guys, Candia here with Simply Candia. I'm very excited to show this journal with you guys today. This is my submission for the design team call for Genevieve Designs. I used her ultimate kit, the collage one, because I thought that would make a cute journal. I made a junk journal with the kit. I used different pieces of the kit to create this junk journal. I made a little pocket here on the front with a tag, a little dangled butterfly, a little collage down here with a vintage stamp, and I collaged the papers on top of the collage paper that is from the kit. On the spine I covered the lace, and then underneath I have this material or paper so you can see that through the lace. And on the back I added hello, my name is, so that whoever purchases this can put their name there as like their nameplate. And then instead of attaching the tassel like I usually do straight to the spine, I did it on a binder ring like I've seen a few people of them here on YouTube do. One of them I know I've seen is I'm a Cool Mom. She has a really cool channel, and so I liked how she did it on a binder ring, and so that's what I did this time. And I attached this cute little charms here. One says wish, and there's a little filigree, and then some flowers, and then some laces that I used throughout the book. All the laces are vintage. Some of the ribbons are vintage, and those couple of ribbons that aren't vintage I aged up with some coffee archival ink. So let's head on inside. So here on the first page I used this little tag from the kit as a little collage piece here. Made a pocket. I used some vintage wallpaper trim that I had found, and then I backed it with the collage paper from the kit. Then I made this little envelope, and I stuck a piece of this paper here to help keep the envelope closed, and I lined it with this fun phone book paper I had. And they just fit right in here. Did some different designer paper throughout the book, but I coffee dyed all the designer paper and a few of the white pages, the plain white pages I have. The rest of the pages that aren't coffee dyed are vintage, so they have their own staining. Used one of the tabs here from the kit, did some sewing of this fabric ribbon here, added a little flower on the bottom, so you got the sewing on the back side. Just some fun papers, lots of fun collaging throughout. The coffee dyeing. This is have some age to it because it is a vintage piece of paper. So is this. This is from 1979. It's a National Geographic refugee locations. So it has maps and grids on it. So these flips, I did a little tip out on these, so you can do some journaling here and here. Some vintage needlepoint instructions that I cut up and put throughout the book here. Some vintage hook and eye loop that a couple are left on the packaging that I used for a tuck spot here. Some of that phone book designer paper I had, little collage down there. And then, as you can see, the coffee dyed paper. This is vintage ledger. And I took one of these, there's some tags that are banner shaped in the kit, and I decided just to fold it over a little bit and have it be just a small little page in the book. This is some vintage tracing paper, so it has its own age. Some vintage music sheet paper. This is a vintage postcard. A little tuck spot here that I used. This banner is, and then I cut out the banner in some designer paper too. It's from the kit. Some vintage Scrabble board game score sheets. So there's different vintage score sheets in here. Just little flower and some vintage lace. I used these fun clips to hold on some envelopes that I did in here. So I did this envelope, and it does have some of the stuff from the kit in it. This little collage here, and I attached some of these plain pages to the back of where I folded. Let's see, where did it go? This. So I folded this a little bit, and then I glued this page to it from the kit. I made some banners, tuck spots from the kit. This is a vintage playing card. The back is on this one is a blank, so you can write on it. And then some vintage, they're called multifunctional calendar cards. So I included some of those in here. Lots of vintage stuff, lots of room for writing, lots of little flip outs and collaging, sewing. I left this open at the top so you could slide something in there. Another tag. So at the beginning of each signature, I did a tag from the kit. This fun vintage paper has some aging on it. Just lots of little collages, some washi tapes. And these flip out, so more journaling spots, writing spot. This is a vintage from, let's see if I can see when the postage stamp was from. No, I can't, but these, see when it was post dated, but the stamps are from 1939 themselves. So this is a fun old envelope that I included that has some more of those multifunctional calendar cards. One's right here too. Another tag. Another one of the envelopes from Genevieve Designs. So another fun tag in here. And all these envelopes have a little bit of something in them. Little collage here with a doily and some cheesecloth. This fun washi tape looks like it's a cross stitch, so I've included it since I have those cross stitch instructions in here. I thought that was a little fun addition to it. Here's another one of the game scorecards you can journal on. And then here is the third signature. Some more collaging, more coffee dyeing. Between the coffee dyeing and the original aging of the pieces, I think this has a very nice vintage feel throughout the whole thing. Now this journal I did on a cereal box. I often use boxes like that for the outsides because they're a nice weight chipboard. And another scorecard. This one's a little different. And in a minute here I'll show you what I normally do, because my husband was a professional painter for many years. And as a painter, you never paint on anything that is glossy, and you always sand it down so that it can stick. And so, and here's my tag. So I kind of took that concept and used it for my journals. So when I have an empty cereal box that I'm using, before I start gluing it down, I give it a good sanding and rough it all up so that the glue and the paper will stick to it better. So that's kind of what I'm hoping it will do. And it does seem like it sticks on it better when you rough it up just a little bit. And then the corners kind of get the coloring off of them when you do that. And so you can ink it up and age the cover, the sides a little bit more. So that's what I do when with a lot of my journals that I make. I use packaging like this. So that's what this is made out of, is this one of these exactly. I cut it down, and I think it came out really cute. I just absolutely love it, and I hope whoever gets this enjoys it and loves it too. And I'll see you guys next time. I hope you have a great day. Bye.